What up, everybody? This is Dario Hunt from Living Life Fearless, and I'm back with the reaction to "DROGAS Light" by Lupe Fiasco. Lupe really hasn't made it easy to be a fan of his over the years. After bursting onto the scene with two incredible albums and bringing real lyricism and substance, I thought that we might have our next big non-commercial commercial rapper. But then it was almost like he had a crisis of conscience or something, because it became about everything but the music with him. All the inane tweeting, pointless back and forth, and mediocre projects really lowered my opinion about him, both as a person and as an artist. Honestly, he was really starting to come off as a pretentious douche. Tetsuyo in youth and unfollowing him on Twitter started to restore some of my faith in him, but I needed to hear more consistency for me to really be back on board. I've really been wanting to hear more of a return to his Food and Liquor and the Cool days, but it really seems like those days are all but gone. "DROGAS Light" opens up with the very bass heavy trap influenced dopamine lit intro, and it really doesn't let up the whole rest of the way. I mean, it's a good enough song with some cool looping of manipulated vocals, but the majority of the production on the rest of the album is quite frankly boring as fuck. It's almost like the pretentious douche side of Lupe started to come out again, and he wanted to prove to this generation of rappers and their listeners that he can do their type of music better than they can. But the blunt reality is that he can't. The Migos, Ray Shrimmers, and Futures of the world are 1,000 times better at this 808 driven, ad-lib heavy music than he ever will be. And that's okay. He's far more interesting when he's playing in his own lane, but unfortunately we only get a few glimpses of this in Kill and High. Lyrically, there's really no questioning Lupe's skills as an MC to me. For me, he's one of rap's elite, and he can wrap circles around pretty much anyone. And while I hated the production, he does still provide some layered verses that are worth a listen or two. Although I didn't find his lyrics to be nearly as impactful as some of his past work. He missed some prime opportunities to be subversive in his production, but he does somewhat make up for it in his lyrics, subverting the usual trap tropes with lyrics and verses that have a much deeper meaning and implications than they imply on the surface. Overall, "DROGAS Light" just felt like he was trying to prove something that nobody was arguing, and it resulted in some of his least interesting work this side of lasers. I think it's time he dropped the pretentiousness and got back in touch with his core before it's too late. Have you heard "DROGAS Light"? What'd you think about it? Did you like his attempts at creating trendy trap influenced music? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to head over to Living Life Fearless and leave your rating for the album.